Let's talk about your new song, Good Morning. So this song comes out, it's getting a lot of press. It's this kind of this feel-good anthem that people love. What's the inspiration behind that song?
Well, I mean, the inspiration was my children. I have twins. They're pandemic babies. They kind of were born right when the Whisky Hunter, when I started reviewing whiskeys, that like right around the same time I was in lockdown and couldn't tour, couldn't travel, and at the same time I had twins. So they've been around since the inception of the Whisky Hunter idea, and like good children, they become big fans of Daddy's music. But unfortunately, Daddy's music is all about drinking whiskey. So my kids, they sing my songs a lot, sing them back to me, and that's cute. But I was kind of like, me and my wife were like, all they think about and sing about is whiskey songs, and maybe I should write something different for them. That wasn't like I didn't purposely do this, but it was in the back of my mind. And at the time, I had this little ditty that I had in my head that I would sing when I'd go into their rooms in the morning to wake them up to go to daycare, and I'd sing good morning, like just like something cute to kind of get them to be happy when they wake up and not be screaming because they have a dirty diaper. But I kept on doing it, and the kids reacted to it, and they would sing it back to me, and they would ask me to sing the good morning song, and I was like, oh, maybe I have something here. So I flushed out the idea, and then I showed it to my producer, and he was like, man, this is definitely not a whiskey song, but it's something nice. We should put it down. And I recorded it, and I thought about putting it out under a different name, and then I was like, oh man, it's so complicated to come up, you know what I mean? Like come up with a whole different branding for one song. So I just put it out under the Whisky Hunter, and people have been reacting to it. Like, I mean, there's not many songs about that give you that kind of positive little bit of hope in the morning, and it's nice and light and casual, and I think people like that kind of vibe in the morning. So yeah, I've had some great press across the country. I've been doing morning shows across the country, and it's been fun, and people have been digging the tune, so I'm happy.
So I said, there might be a few more kind words, a few more quotes. So I have at least one more. So here's the final quote of the interview. And it's from the co-writer of the song, Good Morning. Also, he produced and mixed the song. This is Carl Jennings from Freedom Train, who I've been in touch with. He's actually come up a few times in different interviews to show how intertwined he is in the Canadian music industry. And this is what Carl has to say. This is a long one, so hang tight with me. He says, Chris is the best. That's a good way to start a quote. Not only is he one of the best drummers I've ever worked with, he plays many other instruments incredibly well: guitar, piano, ukulele, and vocals. The guy is a force. He's written hundreds of songs and is always looking for creative inspiration in everything he does. But more important than all of that, Chris is a great guy. The kind of guy who gets things done. The kind of guy you want on your team. The kind of guy that makes whatever you're doing super fun. I've been working with Chris on many different projects for the past 20 years. I've also hired him to be the drummer on hundreds of sessions I've produced with dozens of different clients. Every single time he plays for the song, he tries to blend into the sound of the song as if he's in the band. He always puts the song's needs first. That's why he's in such demand. He's an absolute pro. I'm lucky to call him my best friend. Carl Jennings.
Wow, man.
What a sweetie.
What a sweetheart. Yeah. Thanks, Carl.